Good morning, good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Sumanthi Andori, and I am the chairperson of the Department of Software Engineering and Game Design and Development at Kennesaw State University. I am making this video to provide information, suggestions, and recommendations for international students who are planning to come to the US for higher education, masters, and so on and so forth. As you all know, pretty much the whole world is in the jaws of coronavirus. We do not know if the US embassies and consulates will open in time and provide the services for students to get their visas to physically attend the colleges and universities in the US for fall 2020. Obviously, you want to be prepared for them if they were to open their services to get your visas and so on. So please continue to do your paperwork and be ready, prepare for your visas. But if that were not to happen, what would be your plan? What should you be doing? It is a state of uncertainty. However, making plans for all kinds of cases, having plan A, plan B, plan C is always going to be a wise thing. One such plans could include for you to take online classes or to enroll in one or two online classes in the university that you've been admitted for the fall semester. How is this helpful to you? Let's first look at, can an international student take an online class or not? If an international student is here physically attending the university, according to the USCIS's laws, there are a certain number of face-to-face courses that an international student on the F1 visa must take. However, if the student is in the home country, then there's no such restriction about being a full-time student, maintaining so many number of hours. You can easily take one online course or two. So from a legal standpoint, you can do this. Why should you do this? If you were not allowed to physically attend the universities in fall, obviously the chances then would be you'll be looking at spring. Why waste a semester? Why waste time? During the one semester, that period, you can, knock off a class or two. I've often seen within our computing field at Kennesaw State University, a majority number of applicants come from a non-CS background, that is engineering and so on and so forth. And often they end up getting one or two prerequisites or foundational courses, as we call here at Kennesaw State. You could use this time to knock off those prerequisites because you're coming from a different background. And when you come in spring, you could be ready to start your regular coursework with no issues. That could be one advantage. The second, obviously the tuition is going to be significantly lower than what it is during regular courses. Approximate comparison for 3 credit hour course, it approximately costs you about $1,400, just the tuition, not talking about fees. However, if you were to take the same one in a face-to-face mode here, it would be at least around $3,500 to $4,000. So you can see that there's a fair bit of savings there that you can use. And during that semester, you're not wasting time and you're continuing to take your classes. But the biggest positive is, come October or November, whenever the consulates open and you go to the visa officer for the interview, one of the things that we understood when we met with the officers at the embassy is that they like students who are well prepared and well committed. When you were to basically attend the interview and explain to them what you have been doing meanwhile, because you couldn't go in fall, showing them that you've been taking a class in the university that you've been admitted to and you've been committed and doing these things will definitely not hurt your chances of getting a visa. It will only improve. It can only improve. Typically, in a visa interview, they ask you all kinds of questions about why did you choose this university? Why did you choose this program? Your background is so-and-so, all kinds of questions, right? When you apply and get an admit for a university, obviously you've done a lot of research when you go through that process. But when you actually attend a course at a certain university, the kind of understanding about the course that you're taking, the program you're enrolled, the university, its policies, you have a far better understanding. So all these questions, you'll be so much more prepared in answering them in a very appropriate and a deep way, in the sense the understanding that you will have will prepare you to answer those questions in an excellent way that can only improve your chances for getting a visa. Also, oftentimes you hear about the fact that your GRE is less, your communication scores, language requirements are low, or your GPA is low, or your undergraduate background is different. Any of these or all of these could be reasons for visa rejections. Now, if you were to take one class, for example, when you go for the interview, you obviously will have some sort of a transcript to show to the officer that, hey, listen, I took these quizzes, these exams, or these assignments, and I've been successful with these things, and I've been doing well. So you can show with your preparation, you have been academically successful. For all of these reasons that I have explained to you, it's always going to come down to making sure that you're not wasting time, you're very prepared, very well prepared and committed to the cause of your higher learning when you go for your visa, and you have a chance of getting the visa. You improve the chances for getting your visa. Now, some students might question things such as, hey, listen, I'm going to take this course, but I may not want to be at this university. If I don't like, I may want to move to another university. Will this go to waste? Almost all universities have some sort of transfer course policies. Comparable universities, most of them, and these policies can transfer anywhere from 3 credit hours to 12 credit hours for courses that you've taken at another university. So the chances that if you were to take a course at Kennesaw State University and you decide not to be here but to go to another institution, you should be able to find a comparable institution that is willing to accept the course and give you credit for it, whether it's a prerequisite or a regular course. And most importantly, when you look at all of this, students would be thinking about, well, I'm going to take this course and then I'm still not going to get a visa. What's going to happen? Sure, that is a valid concern for you to have. Well, you'll have to try again. And if you never get the visa, then yes, this one course or 2 courses that you've taken will just be the knowledge that you have, which can help you in your careers and will not count towards any degree. However, that said, as a student, you're prepared to come to the US, prepared to invest $20, $30, $40, $50,000, depends upon the university's I-20s and so on and so forth and whatnot. And before even coming here, you invest a lot of money in preparing for these exams, applying and doing all these things. You could even consider taking this one course, which amounts to about $1,500 tops, approximately about 1 lakh rupees that you're spending to take this course. This 1 lakh rupees that you spend will ensure not just continuity for your education without wasting any time, but might also help you in increasing the chances to get your visa. That said, you can always find other options, such as you can request a university to transfer their I-20 to the spring semester, that is spring 2021, or even to fall 2021. Most universities would change the I-20 and resend it to you with no cost. Some might have costs related to shipping and things of that nature. It depends upon each university how they do it. I wish you all a very good luck, and I hope you all get your visas and get to the United States and get into the programs that you so wish to graduate from. All of you be safe. If you have any questions, please post them in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to answer. Again, all of you, stay well, good luck, take care, bye.